Hi guys, it's Melly. Welcome back to another interview with the lovely actress, and I'm going to allow my guest to introduce herself.
Okay. Hello, I'm Elizabeth Montanaro, and I'm an actress and a producer based in Los Angeles, and I work in film and television.
And that's really cool. I didn't know you produced as well.
I do a little bit. It's still a new venture, but yeah, it's something I've been excited to kind of put into my career wheelhouse, and yeah.
That is fascinating. I love that. I love women who multitask.
Yeah, yeah. Don't that we gotta multitask out here, that's for sure.
Well, I'm one that if I'm not multitasking at my job and I'm just doing the straight job that they hired me for, I get very frustrated. Like I have to multitask.
I love that.
Okay, so first question. Well, technically, you answered the first question. We're going to move on to the second. Something fun we should know about you, either personally or acting wise.
Okay, well, something fun about me. I used to work at Disneyland as a face character performer. I talked a little bit about it on my Instagram and my TikTok, but I spent 2 years being friends with, as you say, Tinkerbell, Alice in Wonderland, and Wendy Darling. And I also did the parade, the Paint the Night parade. And I had a lot of fun in those years that I spent with those friends of mine at Disneyland. Yeah, something a little bit fun about me.
So, I have a follow up question for you. I
Okay.
know that Richard's wife is
Mm,
friends with Princess Aurora.
she is.
Is that how you met Richard? Or
No,
did you meet him through acting?
no, yeah, we met on the set of Billionaire Baby Bargain back in January 2024. And yeah, we bonded over that though. We talked about it and his beautiful, lovely wife. And yeah, we're like, wow, we have that in common. So yeah, a little fun common thread. Yeah.
So I always love people meeting Disney people because I am such a Disney buff.
Yeah,
I
we always try
love,
to find each other. Yeah.
yeah, and I love the history of it. Like that's my favorite thing about it is the history. So yeah, I'm a big Disney buff.
Me too. I love Disney. I love it. So
What is a skill you've always wanted to learn?
I think I've always wanted to learn stunt work. I think it'd be so much fun to do like various different fight choreography and maybe even like wire work. I don't know. It would open up a lot of opportunities as an actor too. And with my dance background, I thought that that would, have really good synergy as well. So maybe that'll come down the line. Who knows?
I am surprised that since you were friends with some Disney characters for so long that you didn't learn stunt work.
No, yeah, I did not get to fly with Tinkerbell along the fireworks above the castle. That's something that I've done. But I did do the Paint the Night parade, and that was a little bit strenuous, but yeah, no specific stunt work. I've done various light stunts I would say in various verticals like fight choreography and things like that. But yeah, that's kind of it. Nothing too crazy.
What is a movie you could watch every day?
I love the movie Mean Girls. I'm a big Tina Fey fan, and I can quote almost every line in that movie. It's just something I'd never get sick of. I love it so much. And probably La La Land as well. I love La La Land. Um, has such a sad ending. I would say it's a horror movie, but yeah, it's just you feel really seen as a performer in the industry too, in a lot of ways, and I just love the cinematography of that film as well. So, um, yeah, I love those two. Those are my favorites.
Mine's I posted about it the other day. Is The Women, which is an old 1939 movie,
Oh, cool.
but it has Joan Crawford, Joan Fontaine, and Norma Shearer in it, which were big Hollywood starlets at the time.
Yep.
and it was an all-woman cast, and it was made in 1939. So like the
What was the
icon,
name of it again?
the women.
The Women. I haven't seen it. I
Mhm.
should see it.
Well, they did a remake of it
Oh,
in
they
the
did.
2000s with
Okay.
Meg Ryan,
Oh,
Candice Bergen, who else? There was a bunch. Jada Pinkett Smith, Deborah Messing. There are like a bunch in that one too. So that one's a
ooh,
comedy, and the original one is more of like classic old Hollywood type. And
okay. Well, add it to my list.
what did you want to be when you grew up?
I actually wanted to be an actor when I grew up. My mom would put on, movies, and I would act out the whole thing as a little kid. The Wizard of Oz was always the go-to. And yeah, the answer has just never changed. I've always wanted to be an actor. And I think there were little moments throughout my life where, I thought maybe I'd do something else or try something else, but acting has always been the dream and something I've worked really hard towards. So, yeah.
Have you seen Return to Oz?
Return to Oz. Who's in that one?
Oh, I cannot pronounce her name, but it's the woman from The Craft. Oh, her name is like Furiga or something. Like I can't pronounce her name.
I is that the one with Michelle Williams? No. It's Glinda. Didn't Michelle Williams play Glinda at some point in one of the like Wizard of Oz
Maybe she did, but
offshoots?
this one is 1985. It's Jim. I think Jim Henson had a hand in it. It's called
Mm,
Return to Oz. It's on Disney Plus actually. Um,
okay.
and it is like I think next to Wizard of Oz, it has to be the best adaptation of the
Ooh,
story of the books. It's so much fun. It's like watching Labyrinth. It's like if Labyrinth met Wizard of Oz. So
ooh,
if
that sounds like
you've
fun.
seen Labyrinth and you've seen Wizard of Oz, it's like a
Mhm.
mashup of those two.
Okay, well, shoot, you're giving me a bunch of movie ideas that I'm gonna have to check out after this. So I appreciate that. I'm definitely gonna add that one to the list too. I
I
have
think
Moments of the Women and Return to Oz. I'm gonna be set.
I think you're gonna this one you especially with the whole Disney background there, you're gonna love that one
Oh,
a
I
lot.
bet. Ah, fun. Okay, I'll check it out and I'll report back.
If
Yeah.
someone was going to make your life into a TV show or film or even a vertical, who would star in it?
Oh God. Well, they'd have a lot of material, that's for sure. Um, I don't know. I think maybe somebody like Emma Stone would be cool because she balances comedy and drama so effortlessly. But lately I've gotten Sabrina Carpenter quite a bit, so I think that would be cool for her to play a younger me. But uh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe one of those brilliant ladies.
Yeah, I can totally see the Sabrina Carpenter, but I've always told you, you remind me so much. Every time I see a photo, I'm like, it screams Elizabeth Montgomery from Bewitched.
Such a compliment too. I loved watching Bewitched as a kid, so
It,
I take that as a compliment.
you could have a conversation with your younger self. What would you say?
What a great question. I think I would tell her that everything doesn't need to happen on your timeline, or have to happen on a timeline at all, rather. There are going to be lots of setbacks and there's going to be a lot of disappointments, but they're also signs, you're on the right path and you're not necessarily on a wrong path. And they're just part of, becoming the person that you're meant to be. If that makes sense.
When I'm having a down day, I always like to say to myself, my greatest days are ahead of me. I haven't seen them yet, so I need to meet them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a great way of thinking about that too, because it's true.
What was your very first performance?
I started performing through dance growing up when I was really young. But my first acting performance was as Flounder in The Little Mermaid. And that was kind of what jump started my acting career. I just, Yeah. I was 9 years old playing that little scaredy cat fish in Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid is my favorite Disney movie. And so I really wanted that role. I worked really hard. I took singing lessons and everything. And yeah, that was my first acting role.
So when you say dance, is it like what we would see on Dance Moms, like the dance competitions like that? Okay.
Yeah, exactly, like Dance Moms. And yeah, I did competitive dance in the whole thing, the whole shebang. So yeah, exactly like Dance Moms. I have a lot of stories that are kind of similar to that too.
Well, because one of the other actresses I was interviewing with, she told me that she did the Irish dancing that they do around St. Patty's Day. So
Yep.
I was like, what type of dance?
Yeah, I've never done Irish step, but I've done almost everything else. Uh, so yeah, I love dance. I love it.
What do you think? Oh no, what techniques do you use to get into a role?
Mm. Well, I usually like to try and you know, start with understanding the character and why they do what they do. Um, Even if I think that they're making terrible decisions, that character doesn't think that they're the villain necessarily. So once I understand their perspective, and everything else, the voice, the body language, the emotions, everything else just kind of starts to fall into place from there.
So is it easier now for you to understand those techniques now that you're producing, or did you have to learn those techniques first in order to produce?
Yeah, I think the acting has definitely informed, my producing and even my writing. I just started to take up writing for screenplays. So I think, yeah, just understanding characters, understanding humans, has really informed the rest of my work for sure.
And do you think acting has also helped you understand humanity, like in general, across the board, like in real life?
Yeah, totally. I think just like kind of people watching and listening to people and understanding their different perspectives and worldviews really kind of just informs your storytelling and how you embody different people, characters, and tell different stories. And just having a very open heart with a lot of empathy as well can really help with those things too, I think, you know.
So, could you almost say like being an actor is kind of almost like people watching? Like you're people
Yeah.
watching?
Oh, for sure. I think, it might sound a little funny to be like, I really enjoy people watching because it helps with acting, but it does. I mean, everybody has a very unique way of moving and going about the world and interacting with their surroundings. No one person is the same in doing any of those things. And so when you just kind of sit at a park and kind of observe how people go about their day and lives, it's just interesting. And yeah, I think I try hard to kind of incorporate that when I'm building a character or stepping into a character to kind of be like, how would they go about their day and how would they interact with various things and choices. It's fun, it's interesting.
Well, it's quite fascinating for me because as somebody who is late diagnosed autistic, I didn't realize I was people watching my whole life. I
Yeah.
didn't realize I was trying to understand how people interact with each other, how they communicate, and I didn't realize I was picking up those subtle changes
Uh-huh.
so I would communicate better myself.
Right. Yeah,
So
totally.
it's a process because I've spoken to some actors in the community and I'm I explain that sometimes and they're like, oh yeah, well you should get into acting. That's acting. That's
Exactly. That is acting. I agree. Totally. That is part of it.
What do you think makes a performance most believable?
Well, I think that's a really good transition for what we're already talking about now. I think that a performance is most believable when you're listening, right? I mean, so much of acting isn't waiting for your turn to talk, right? It's genuinely reacting to what is being said or done around you or the character. And if you're actually listening to your scene partner, the audience then believes you and believes the scene, you know? So, yeah.
So, was it easier for you? I'm not going to ask you to pick favorites, but was it easier for you with Richard the second time around when you guys, because that's my favorite one, is the one that you did with Richard the second time around, where you're the starlet and he's the like lost husband essentially.
Yeah.
Was it easier for you the second time around being with him and being on that screen already knowing each other's, like having interacted with each other in the past?
I don't know. I think that we definitely knew each other better by that point for sure. But yeah, I loved working with Richard from the first one we did and this. I think that, we all kind of like found a way to bond and get to know each other throughout the process. And everybody is so, professional on both those sets and lovely. But I think that definitely by the second one, we had way more inside jokes between us that we could kind of like play off of with each other. But yeah, I mean, both times were a great time. But yeah, I don't know. It's a good time.
I love his personality. He just has such a good personality with his co-stars that like I think the TikToks are funnier often than the actual verticals.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We have
And
a good
he
time with that for sure.
and he's done some funny verticals now.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's like I'm just like when I know he's gonna do another vertical, I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for the TikToks. Where's the TikToks?
No, I know. It's so funny. I literally was texting with him yesterday and I was like, when are we gonna book another one together? We need to get back on set together. But yeah, whenever we've worked together, which now has only been twice, for verticals, we're sending each other back and forth different TikTok trends that we want to do, and we get to lunch break on set, and boy, do we have so much fun with that. And we like sharing them with you guys, and it's always fun. It's just makes it silly.
I think for you two, good short if you're listening, put them in a vertical together. Um because for you two, I think you guys would be great with a good short like vertical, but also with a comedy one.
Oh
Because
yeah.
the one you recently did with Sarah Grace, I have never laughed so hard in my life.
Aw, I have to see it. Oh, I love Sarah Grace. She's so sweet.
It's so funny. What do you believe is the most challenging aspect of being an actor?
Oh, probably the uncertainty. I mean, you can do everything right and still not book the role. I mean, I think also just making sure learning your self-worth to the outcome is one of the biggest challenges too. So yeah, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of rejection.
I definitely can relate in that aspect because I've worked in retail and food for a long time. Makes a good scene partner.
Oh, somebody generous, someone who listens and stays present and, wants the scene to be great rather than, just trying to make themselves look great, right? Um, I think that that's what makes a good scene partner. Yeah, just presence.
What is a funny or memorable moment from your time on any set?
Oh gosh, I mean, there's so many. Oh,
Or in your case, it could be Disney too. Like,
yeah, yeah. I think just some of my favorite memories on set is when everyone is trying so hard to stay serious during an emotional scene, or like when you need to not laugh and cannot break. And sometimes silly things happen, or, you know, it just may be hard to take serious in moments. I don't know. And, you know, someone might accidentally break, and those moments I think are just some that remind you that filmmaking is still a group of people being creative together and creating something together. And I just love that. I think there's nothing like laughter that you're trying to hold in as well. You know, there's nothing funnier than that. Just like you can't laugh, and then it just makes it funnier. And there's just like, I don't know, there's something about that feeling as well. Sharing that with a group of people. Yeah.
I was in my last interview, I was telling them, I was like, I can just imagine those bedroom scenes you guys have where you're like, you're all into the bedroom scene, and then they yell cut, and then you guys are just like, well, let's watch. What's happening now? What are we doing here?
Well, there was actually a scene in America's Favorite Ex-Husband with me, Richard, and Evan, where Richard's in bed and I come into the room with Evan, and I'm like, can you actually get out so that he can sleep in here and I take care of him, sort of thing. And we were just doubled over in laughter, thinking about what that would be like in real life. Like, hey, husband, can my ex-boyfriend actually sleep in here with me? Can you get out? But no, don't worry about it. That's crazy that you'd think that anything would be weird about this. And we just like could not keep it together. Like, trying to do that scene was near dang impossible. So yeah, those are some crazy scenes to film for sure.
What is it like for you as an actor to have something, whether it be film, movie, or something really popular at this point, and then to have to go to another set as your social media is blown up with the fact that that thing is doing so well?
Oh, well, you know, I mean, it's exciting. It's really exciting. But honestly, when you're on set, your focus really is to shift to that next character. And it's nice to celebrate success, and it's important and fun. But, you know, acting always asks you and demands for you to stay present. So yeah, just kind of drop into that energy.
What has been your favorite acting role so far?
Oh, there's been so many, but I think I would say I played a character called Harper in a show called Chatham. It has not come out yet, but she just has so many layers. And because I also had a little hand in some co-producing for that and helping out, I got to be kind of involved in helping in various aspects of the project too, which also kind of contributed to making, you know, the role in the project feel meaningful. But I really love that role, and I hope that the world will get to see it one day, because yeah, that one was a really fun one to play.
Is it can I ask, is it vertical or is it TV?
It's not a vertical. We'll see. It's not a vertical. I mean, yeah, I don't know. In terms of like
Oh,
oh, go ahead.
no, I'm excited. I can't wait to see this. I hope it comes out.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I guess like I can answer in terms of like a vertical role that's been my favorite. I don't know. There's been, you know, I feel lucky and fortunate that I've gotten to play both like the leading ladies and the villain ladies. Because they're just, I mean, they're so wildly different, you know. Um, so I don't know. I think maybe my favorite vertical role that I've had so far, uh, playing Chloe in That Missing Rock Star, is my husband with Cayman Cardiff, because she had tons of layers as well, and we got to have like that music aspect to it too, which was so cool. And I really loved playing that character. She was a lot of fun to really dig deep. So yeah, so those are, I give you two.
I think one of my favorite you worked with one of my favorite humans in that vertical. Miss Tori.
Ah,
Tori.
yes, Tori.
I love Tori. I love that
Yeah,
girl.
I know she's the best. She played my sister. It's funny, actually. We knew each other for years prior. We actually worked together at a digital marketing agency way back when. And so we were buds at work, but our job was remote. So we only ever messaged online and over social media. And so our very first time, like, meeting each other in person was on That Missing Rock Star Is My Husband Playing Sisters, and it felt like we had known each other and met each other in person like for years. And we're like, wait, this is our first time like seeing each other. That's crazy. But yeah, she's just the best. She's got so much talent, and she's just the sweetest little bean ever.
I love her to death. I did a vertical I did an interview with her a while back, and we literally spent 3 hours talking.
She's so cute. I could talk to her for ages too. I know she's the best.
she's she's so awesome.
I love you,
Uh
Tori.
we do. Uh what is it? What has no, what do you which do you prefer? What type of scene do you prefer? Bathroom scene, pool scene, or fighting scene?
Uh, I don't know. Maybe fighting scenes. I don't know. They're just like so fun because you get to like it's just kind of fun. I don't know. Yeah, they're all very different, obviously, and with different demands and things and choreo. But yeah, I did one fight scene on a vertical. Like we shot it like 2 years ago, and I think it just came out. And I had to like swipe like a knife like this through the air and then like just shank the air. I don't know. It was just kind of fun and funny. So yeah, maybe that. I don't know.
I always feel bad for you guys because when they do the pool scenes, I'm like, they always do them at night,
Yeah,
and then you guys are like, you're the ones usually going in the pool.
so cold. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Not my favorite, but you
What
know.
is usually kept in your set bag?
Ah, well, I carry my water bottle everywhere, my cute little pink water bottle. Have to have that with me at all times. I'll usually pack like some protein snacks just to have offhand. My phone, or like a little portable battery pack for my phone. Makeup touch-up kit, my script, highlighters, mints, toothbrush, toothpaste, um, and comfortable shoes. Oh, and a really comfy jacket. Gotta have that. Because sometimes we're outside for long hours and it gets so freaking cold.
What is one thing we as the audience would be surprised about when it comes to filming on any of the sets?
Probably how much waiting there is. There's a lot of around. I think people think that acting is sort of nonstop. Camera's always rolling, you're always on set, and that can be true. Like, especially with how fast paced these verticals can be. Like, you can, like, for the leads and sometimes the villains, like, you're just standing there on set, blocking and filming, kind of nonstop. I mean, a lot of the day is also like lighting and camera and wardrobe and hair, makeup and sound, getting everything ready. Um, and so, yeah, I think some people might be surprised how much waiting there is, you know? So then that would be the time that Richard and I are getting our TikToks done.
What is who do you look up to as who do you look up to in the acting space? Actor, director, writer, anybody in the acting space?
Um, I I love Margot Robbie so much. I love how versatile she is. She's got so much versatility in her career. And how she, also creates these incredible productions through her production company, Lucky Chap. She's just somebody I really look up to and kind of admire her career path. Um, you know, she's worked really hard and done all of these amazing roles and has also created some paths for herself and peers too, I think. And yeah, I just really admire her.
I love her. I loved her in Barbie. I haven't
Yeah.
seen Wuthering Heights yet.
Oh,
But
you have.
I absolutely loved her in Barbie.
Oh, she was amazing, wasn't she? So good. I loved that movie. So good. What a
That's
dream role.
yes, and it's one of my favorite movies. Oh, that was such a good movie.
I agree. I agree.
Who is the funniest person you've ever worked with on a set?
Oh gosh. Honestly, there's every set has at least like one person whose entire job seems to be to keep that morale high. I don't know, you know, like there's and I'm kidding, like, you know, there's so many wonderful people on these various sets. I don't know. I loved working with Riley, even though it was very short-lived. She's become one of my good friends, and she was just a blast to work with. She's so funny and so talented. Um, Cayman is just hilarious. We have a blast on set. And so laughed our butts off. Um, and yeah, I don't know. Richard's great. We always crack up. Um, I don't know. There's so many. I love everybody I've gotten to work with. It's hard to narrow it down.
I love Riley so much, and like that love just grew from our interview that we did together.
And Riley and I have gotten very close and are, yeah, I don't know. I just love the heck out of her.
She is such a sweetheart. I love her. She's like one of my favorite people ever, and I'm just like, so happy I met her.
I know. I feel the same. I feel the same.
What do you do when you're not working on a project?
Well, I love, like I said, I love producing, and writing has been something that I've just taken up recently. I like to work out, spend time with friends, and I think one of my favorite things in the world to do is just like sitting outside in the sun, just feeling the sun on my skin. That's if any chance I can get to do that and be near water of some sort, that's when I'm happiest. And you know, if I have an off day, that's usually where you could find me.
Yeah, I love the water, especially when I'm stressed. That is my heaven.
Oh yeah, me too. My gosh. It's so healing. So healing.
Yes. If you had a magic wand, what type of film or project would you want to do?
Ooh, I'd love to do like a psychological thriller or like a prestige limited series where the character, you know, gets to evolve over several episodes. I think one or both of those would be awesome. But I also would love to do like a Christmas movie of some sort. Like that's a big dream of mine too. I really want to do a Christmas movie, like a feel good Christmas movie. So putting that into the universe as well.
I'm kind of sad with verticals that they don't do more Christmas ones. Because I'm like, you shoot those in such a short time, it would be doable.
I know I've auditioned for quite a few Christmas verticals and have yet to land them yet. So if anybody's out there casting a Christmas vertical or a Christmas movie of some sort, give me a holler. I would love to put my name in the hat. But yeah, no, I agree. There needs to be more Christmas. I love
Yes.
Christmas.
Cayman did a really good one with Georgia White a couple years ago, where he plays a football star. And it's the typical vertical. He plays a football star. He's somebody famous. He gets her pregnant. They end up together because she's pregnant. But it was so good in the aspect that it actually had like a decent plot to it. And Georgia's character was such a fun character because she actually did like Christmassy stuff. Like she had a whole Christmas outfit. She worked in a store, a toy store. Like
Cute.
it was it's such a good vertical, such a good Christmas one too. Like they need to look at that and be like, that's the motto we need to go.
Yeah, that seems like a good little formula. Yeah, for sure. That sounds awesome. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's really good. Which role is most memorable to you? Like which one that you like you go back to, you're like, that's the role I think about the most.
Hmm. I don't know. I think there's like a special place in my heart for each role. That's doesn't really narrow it down, but I really love living with each character I've had the chance to play and be with. But I think the roles that challenge me emotionally are always the ones that stay with me the longest and kind of like make me reflect the most. So yeah, I know that doesn't really narrow it down to a specific, but yeah, I don't know.
No, I completely understand. I like asking that question because for me as a vertical reviewer, I can watch 100 verticals that you do, but there will always be that one role. Like with you, it's the second one you did with Richard.
Uh,
Um, that's one of my absolute like I'm gonna go to that one. And
oh,
then
really?
yeah, and then for Richard, it's the one he did with Finley. So
Okay.
that's the one I'm always gonna go to,
Nice.
even though he's done like a bunch since. That is the one role that I'm like, that's my favorite. That's the one I'm gonna pull and watch and rewatch and all of that.
Yeah, what was it for you with America's Favorite Ex-Husband? Like, what there makes you come back?
I think it's the ending. I don't want to give it away, but that ending always like I love that ending.
Yeah, isn't that cool how they did that? I really appreciated it as well.
Yeah, because you don't see that ending in that type of vertical.
No, yeah, I remember reading it in the script and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. I haven't seen this before." I agree.
Yeah.
I'm
So
I'm being vague on purpose, but
yeah. And so that ending was the one that was like, that's why I keep coming back. And
oh, I
then
love
seeing you and Richard on screen together, like knowing because I watched the one that you did with Danielle as well. Uh
yeah.
seeing you two on screen, it's just like, yeah, I see the chemistry, the on-screen chemistry. I want to be, very precise with that because I absolutely 100% love Jessica Sherrar.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not one of those fans.
Yeah.
Um, but to see you guys on screen, the chemistry together, it just like I could see you guys in a comedy together, like a rom-com comedy type of vertical. And I'm just gonna know like that if that happens, and I want it to happen, Christmas rom-com comedy. There you go.
Let's put it in the universe. Let's go.
You two would be absolutely so funny together.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, that would be a dream. Oh, I hope that we can make that happen. That would be so much fun.
What and is there a piece of your acting that you wish more people knew about?
Oh, about my acting that I wish people knew about. I don't know. I mean, I spend a lot of time on character work before I ever step on set. I really enjoy building someone's backstory and trying to understand what makes a character do and say what they do. Um, Even if some of the stuff never appears on the screen. So yeah, and I think that's some of the some of the fun of it all is just like really, like I said, understanding that character, even if you don't quite understand them and their choices. It's an interesting challenge, I would say. Yeah, hopefully that made sense.
Um, all I got in my head was that villain that you played with Danielle and Richard, and the moment where she stomps her feet. and walks off.
That was my first ever vertical too. And I loved that one because they really let me just do kind of a bunch of things that I just wanted to do. Like there was a part where my character is watching Richard and Daniela's characters interact, and they're like lovey-dovey, and I am behind them with two drinks in my hand, just sipping from both of them and glaring at them. And I said to the director, I was like, can I just do this for fun? Like, I feel like she would pick up two glasses and hold them and just, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I just felt in the moment. And she let me do that. And we just had fun with it. So yeah, it was fun. It was funny doing some of those choices in that one. And that was my first go at it. So yeah, throwback. Throwback.
I feel like there's a selected time, like between the end of 2023 and the beginning, I want to say around 2025, where verticals were maybe the plot wasn't as good, but the verticals were quality work. Like you
Yeah.
could tell, like there were things, and I always, when I talk to people, it's always like people are like, well, yeah, because we were able to improvise, we were able to add, we were able to put stuff in.
Yeah.
And that shows, I think, now, after I've been reviewing for a while, I can see a lot of that now from those verticals, because I always feel like that was like the steady climb to verticals having quality and then really focusing on putting quality in them. And then
Yeah.
we sort of just went from quality to like really dramatic, intense, cheesy, like over to the top.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. No kidding. Verticals definitely have evolved quite a bit, and you can definitely tell that there's different, niches for each type and each genre and each, whatever. But it is interesting to see how they've evolved even as like a performer working on them. Like the process and everything has definitely changed in ways.
Without giving anything away, what's your favorite line of dialogue you have ever delivered?
Oh, I was really trying to think about this one earlier, and I couldn't figure it out. I don't know. I've said some pretty ridiculous things over the years. And there's one that I don't think that I can really say out here that I thought of. That one came to mind, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to repeat that actually. And I'm like, do we really need to say this? Sometimes anyway, I'm rambling, but I don't know. I can't narrow it down.
Which actor or actress have you worked with who has given you the best advice on set or taught you something new?
Mm. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think just some really good advice I've gotten from people like, peers or people in this industry is just don't try to be interesting, be truthful. And also, book book the room, not the job. Um, leave people wanting to work with you again and enjoy working with you, and just be kind. Being kind goes a long way. You never know what people are uh, you know, going through or dealing with. So always be kind. Um, yeah.
That's one of my things. That's why I think with especially with you ladies, the actresses in general, I always try to be like overly kind.
Oh, well, you're always so sweet.
Yeah, because you guys are such, well, first of all, you're the ones who always deliver, in my opinion. I love the guys. No hate. But the women are the ones who have to deliver the hard crust of it all. And also too, it's just like you guys are just so like, I always say you guys have the cojones, because like out of all my interviews I've done, I've only had two guys, and the
Oh,
rest all women.
oh,
And I'm like, these women are tough. Like,
yeah.
they're tough. And it's always funny because I'll get like one or two replies. One, oh, you're so kind, you're so sweet, thank you. And I'm like, that's what I'm here for. Like, I always give out kindness until I receive something different. You know what I mean? And that's within people in general. And then the other thing is like, oh my God, girl, I wish I had your guts. You say it like it is. And I'm like, do you know how much I get in trouble?
Well, there's no use beating around the bush. You know?
But I've
No.
always been one of those people that and a lot of it has to do with the autism. I'm like, if I'm gonna say something, I'm gonna say it directly to you. Like, I don't care if you're the CEO, the janitor, whoever you are. I'm gonna say it to you.
Right, of course. And, you know, hey, I can definitely admire and respect that. I think that that's great. And you are always so sweet. I'll speak for myself and say I always appreciate your kindness and support. So thank you.
Well, you've always been nice to me, so you will always get that 100% back.
Aw, well, thank you. I appreciate you.
If you can ask me any question, what would it be?
Oh, I guess I was thinking about it and I was curious, what's one answer from guests that have surprised you the most?
It has to be Shannon Sinwell. She
Okay,
gave the best advice
girl.
ever heard that another actor taught her on set.
Ooh,
And it was Patrick Polkins.
okay.
He taught her how to memorize her lines.
Oh,
Yes. And he gave her essentially advice that like read your lines really fast at night before you get into this role and then go over them again. You would have to watch the interview because I'm paraphrasing here.
yeah.
Like I guess 3 times again, and it will help you remember your lines better.
Yep.
So that has always been one piece of advice that stuck with me.
Mm.
And Shannon is the reason I actually kept that question and like altered it in the questions there because of her.
Oh, I love Shanna. That's a really cool one. Yeah, it's a good point. I do like to do that too. There's some your lines right before you go to sleep. For some reason, like your brain kind of absorbs it. I don't know the science behind it, so I don't want to claim anything here, but like reading the lines, going to sleep, I feel like they just like kind of sink in. You wake up, you read them again, and I don't know. So that's interesting. But yeah,
Yeah, Shanna, and I want to apologize. I kept saying Shannon, guys. I'm sorry. Shanna,
yeah,
uh,
Shanna.
she taught me that, and I have that has always stuck with me. And it made me think because working in retail, there's always that one little quirk, that one little thing that somebody knows that will make your life easier. And they don't stop to think to teach it. And then when you're watching somebody one day, you're like, hey, wait, that's a good idea. Why aren't you telling people to do this? Like, this is such a good quirk or like thing. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, well, this is not part. I don't care. It's like, it makes your job easier. Like,
Yeah, yeah, totally. And sometimes it'll work for you and sometimes it won't. Yeah, it's all about kind of trying what fits and what doesn't, I think, too. Like I've met plenty of other actors who memorize in totally different ways from the others, and it's always interesting to kind of see and hear about people's different techniques and all kind of facets of life for sure. Yeah, interesting.
what's on the top of your bucket list?
Oh, I would love to be in a film and have it premiere in a major festival, kind of like Sundance or TIFF, and eventually produce projects and create opportunities for and with other actors. So yeah, that's something that I'm really hoping for and working towards. Yeah, maybe one day. Fingers crossed.
Um, what is your favorite kind of weather?
Oh, I love sunny with just a little breeze, you know, basically just like the perfect Southern California day. What is that line from Miss Congeniality where she's like, not too hot, not too cold, all you need is a light jacket. Yeah.
Like to read.
Oh, I love psychological thrillers and books about, you know, human behavior. I also really enjoy memoirs from actors and other filmmakers. Those are some of my favorites. Recently I reread, well, I listened to the audiobook because I really liked listening to her voiceover with it as well. And it's always nice to have in the car. But Jeanette McCurdy's book was a really good one to reread. Um, and yeah, so those are some of my favorites.
Describe your perfect day.
I think getting up without an alarm, um, and maybe getting a nice little workout in outside and spending the whole day by a pool, just basking in the sun. Um, that sounds like my heaven. Just being outside, feeling the sun on my skin, being next to water. And then maybe like having a nice dinner with friends and winding down with a good movie. I think that would be my perfect day. Yeah.
It's such a good, perfect day. And that is such a great way to
Yeah.
end this interview. I want to thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Uh, any last final thoughts?
Thank you. Oh, I just thank you so much for inviting me. It was such a treat. Thank you so much. So fun to talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you.